Welcome to my parlor. oh, I mean, uh, Welcome, traveler, to the Hidden Corner Finds. I am Joanne, and this is my humble store. Pull up a chair, stay a while, make yourself at home. What? Oh, you want to know what I'm selling? Everything and anything. I mean, uh, in short, I have a passion for picking. Ugh, why did it just bleed me? All I said was, I have a passion for picking, I said. Yeesh. You can't say anything on YouTube these days without this censorship. Anyways, as I was saying, I have a passion for picking. For me, there is nothing more satisfying than finding a unique and forgotten item and uniting it with someone who will really appreciate it for years to come. Whether it's a soapstone carving, an old book, or simply a mug to make you laugh, I try and find something for everyone. My goal is to make you a confident buyer. Older items often have a lifetime of stories to tell. I strive to describe the good as well as the bumps and bruises they've experienced along the way. It's important that the pictures reflect what you will receive. To that end, I always encourage questions and will do my best to respond as quick as possible. Appreciate you stopping by the store. If you can't find what you're looking for, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm always looking for new ideas and will keep an eye out for your item in my travels.
Honey, what the happened to my action figure collection?
Oops, gotta go. Bye.
Hello and welcome back to Toy Thursday with Johnny Tiger on December 7, 2023. This will be the last Toy Thursday prior to we taking the show off the air for 2 months while I'm on vacation. Meanwhile, I will still put up short videos and smaller segments to let you know how I'm doing, but the daily video will be on hold until I come back from vacation. Today is Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. In 1941, on this day was when Pearl Harbor was attacked, and the history of the world was forever changed for many, many people. This is a good day to celebrate brave war veterans. So, needless to say, we are opening the show with Captain America because you just don't get more war veteran and inspiring than Captain America. This is not just any Captain America, not our usual Captain America either. This is my old Captain America made by Toy Biz in the early 2000s, the ultimate version of Captain America. He's aging really well, and I like him enough that I have not replaced him with a more modern version of the guy. Today is also International Civil Aviation Day, so in addition to International Civil Aviation and with in tandem with Pearl Harbor, uh, it feels like it's a good day to celebrate pilots. So we're going to kindly ask Captain America to step aside, and we're going to bring in his old pal, his war buddy, his fellow war veteran, a very accomplished hero and pilot. We're going to bring in Sam Wilson, the Falcon, instead. The version we're looking at today is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the movie version of Sam Wilson, aka the Falcon. Honestly, even though I have never really looked into the character, the Falcon, it's not a character that I'm too familiar with. I do say that I prefer the Falcon over Captain America. Actually, let me pose this question to you guys. Do you guys like Captain America better or the Falcon better? If you have a preference, leave it in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about that. For me, I prefer the Falcon, even though the Falcon and Captain America, they were both soldiers. But to me, the Falcon is just like more like a soldier. Captain America, he just kind of runs around and bash people over the head with his shield and he's so self-righteous and stuff. Like Falcon, to me, it's more like a soldier. He's out there, he tries to get things done. If he has to use guns, he'll use guns. If he had to beat people up with his fist, he use his fist. If he have to use explosives, he'll use explosive. If he had to drive a tank, well, he's gonna drive a tank. To me, that is more like in line with my idea of a soldier character. In addition to that, Falcon doesn't have any kind of superpower. He doesn't have the kind of crutch that many superheroes like Captain America have to lean on. He's like Batman, you know. He's very fit. Well, but actually, he's nowhere as fit or strong as Batman. He's like fit for a normal guy, I guess. But uh, other than the equipment he has, he's yeah basically a normal guy. And I think when you are in a world where you have to deal with guys like Doctor Doom or Abomination or Venom or various superpowered creatures and people, it's very commendable that you are a normal guy. You're not even particularly strong as a normal guy. Like I said, he's not like Punisher or Batman. He's more normal. It's very commendable that he's still out there fighting a good fight, despite he knows that any of these enemies can just squish him whenever they want to. Sam Wilson was in the United States Air Force and has served two tours during the War on Terrorism and has served in Afghanistan. After he retired, he became a military counselor, helped counsel the other war veterans and help them get past their trauma. Meanwhile, he struggled with his own trauma. And one day, while he was out exercising, he ran into the now revived Captain America, and they became really good friends because they were both war veterans, although Captain America is from 1940s and Sam Wilson is like from the modern day. They quickly found some common ground and became really good friends. Later, Sam Wilson and Captain America started working together, fighting against other forces that threatened to undermine democracy and safety of United States. Even though he doesn't have any superpower, Sam Wilson was one of the test pilots to test fly the newest technology. It's called Exo 7. And what Exo 7 is, it's a fly pack. It's a jet pack that he carry on his back that allow him to fly. Thus, he gets the code name Falcon. So with the Exo 7 jetpack, he also has a combat suit and goggles that will assist him in aerial combat, let him see much better than other people. The jetpack also give him really good way to maneuver in midair and super speed and uh, I mean, some sources say it gave him super strength, but I don't think so. I think that's just the jetpack on his back that allow him to lift things. But with the uh, with the Exo 7 jetpack on his back, he's able to carry even big guys like Captain America and fly him to different destinations. In the Marvel movies, the Falcon, Sam Wilson's played by Anthony Mackie. Sorry if I bungled that actor's name. Now, I have mentioned more than once before, I am not a big fan of movie-based figures. But this one is actually pretty good. The first time this figure was released was around 2016, and unfortunately, it was released as a Walmart exclusive. So unless you had a Walmart near you, good luck. It was really hard to find. So later, Hasbro actually re-released this guy in a two-pack with the Winter Soldier, and this is the version we're looking at. I know the first version, he was mostly gray, red, and black with some silver over his outfit. For the most part, the Falcon dressed like well, a normal military guy. He's got an armored vest, armored glove, armored boots, over tactical. I can't even talk today. Tactical pants and a zip-up shirt underneath. He's got goggles on his face so he doesn't get blinded when he's flying. So yeah, I mean he's dressed like a very kind of normal-ish soldier. And even though I normally don't care for movie-based figures because the actors and the likeness to the actors don't really mean anything to me personally, I do like this figure quite a bit. Uh, the texture on his clothes is really well done, and he is a kind of lanky, got a kind of lanky, lean build. And to me, his head seems a little bit too small, but uh, his articulation is pretty good. He has like 30 points of articulation, uh, but he's kind of lacking butterfly joints in his shoulder. Uh, but other than that, most of the joints are there for you to put him in all kind of fighting poses. Oddly enough, even though he is always shown to use guns in the movie, and his hands are supposed to have trigger fingers extended, on this action figure, he did not come with any weapon. But if you have some of those weapons from McFarlane or Fortnite or stuff like that, then you can just give him a pair of guns, like I did. This here is the advantage of being a blind action figure collector. Some people will get bothered that these are not the guns he used in the movie. But you know what? I couldn't see what kind of gun he used in the movie. I can't tell what they look like anyway. So for me, it's as simple as well. He needs guns in his hand. I got guns in my drawer. Done. Now, even though he did not come with guns, he did come with the most important things he need to have, which is his Exo 7 Falcon suit. And it comes in several pieces, and now we'll take a quick look at them. I might have to jostle the camera a little bit because a couple of the pieces are very small. First, we have this little backpack that just pegged onto his back by two pegs that go into the hole on his back. And this is the center piece without the wings. And on the backpack, there's actually a little detachable piece. And there's a piece that can be pulled off. And this piece here, I'm going to hold it in front of the cameras. Excuse my hand because this is really small. This piece is barely the size of maybe the nail on your big toe. So don't drop it, you'll lose it. This is actually his companion drone called Red Wings. Uh, in the comic book, Red Wings is actually a real bird, but in the movie they made it a drone that can detach from his backpack to act independently. By the way, I am not quite sure if I have his backpack upside down. Uh, it kind of fit either way. So if you guys, some of you have this figure, you know how it's supposed to look, and if I have it wrong, leave me a message in the comment section. It's okay. I need to know this kind of stuff. Now, with the backpack, he also comes with a pair of wings. The old version, the one that was Walmart exclusive, actually came with a deployed version of Red Wing, so you can post Red Wing independently. But this version did not. So unfortunately, uh, Red Wing in this case just have to uh, hang around on his backpack. So I'm going to attach the wings off camera because this is kind of finicky. Each wing have two pegs on the end, and they peg into corresponding holes on the backpack. And then after you're done, it look kind of it's really wide. It's like a foot wide with the wings. So once you finish that, you plug the whole thing into his back, and voila, we have the falcon, wings and all. Now, of course, he's not going to fit on the damn counter space. There we go. Yeah, barely fit in there. Yeah, quite majestic looking with the wings on. Unfortunately, there's no articulation in these wings, so they are forever spread. But if you want him to power down, you can just detach them and have him walk around either with or without his backpack. Overall, really quite a nice looking figure with great articulation, fun to play with, and I always have a soft spot for military GI Joe-ish figure, and I think this guy kind of almost fit in that display space as well. Like obviously he's not a GI Joe, but he's something, someone that I can see hanging out with the GI Joe guys as well. Um, I'm going to bring in the comic book version of the Falcon, and we can do a side-by-side comparison. Usually, I prefer comic book figures over movie figures, but in this case, I will say I like the movie figure much better. Here is the movie version standing right beside the comic book version, and yeah, the comic book version looks like it's a little bit taller and more muscular, but it's just such a boring design, right? Like it's basically all spandex and uh, it looked like just Sam Wilson head and wings stuck on a generic superhero body. It's just really boring looking. And this body we have seen used again and again and again and again by Hasbro. It's pretty much lost its charm on me. And the movie version, while it's no long not it's not as big and not as it's not muscular like that, at least it has interesting textures. At least at least it's wearing proper outfit, proper clothing. It does look like a soldier. So I do prefer the movie version in this case. A very rare occurrence for me. I usually really don't like movie-based figures. And here is our good old regular Captain America posing with the Falcon. Captain America here is a comic book. Well, actually, he's a video game inspired figure. And yeah, he looked huge next to the movie version of the Falcon. Uh, so that gives you guys an idea that yeah, height wise it's not that big of a difference, but these movie based figures they are obviously normal people, normal like regular people, actors, actresses. So their proportions are nowhere uh, as crazy or incredible as the comic book or video game figures, which is part of the reason why I usually don't like them. You can really see that here. Like Captain America, despite only slightly taller than the Falcon, the fact that this Captain America is based off of a video game, his proportions are just massive next to this Falcon. The Falcon just seems really scrawny. So that's it, folks. This is our quick look at the Falcon, aka Sam Wilson, celebrating pilots, veterans, and remember this day when the tragedy of Pearl Harbor happened. If you want some cool action figures of your own, hit up our sponsor at Hidden Corner Finds. Use the link in the description, and if you mention that you are directed there by Johnny Tiger. videos. Maybe you'll even get a discount. Have a good night.